Welcome to We Make Change, the tiny house build. This is part 4 of a series of how-to videos to construct your tiny house trailer. Refer to the previous 3 videos to gather more information on this project. Today we're nearing the completion of the trailer. We're looking at attachments, bracketry, mounting the trailer to the subfloor, mounting the hitch. So first up, we're constructing the coupling plate. This is 10mm mould steel. In our case, for what we had lying around, we needed to weld 2 pieces together. Basically here we just formed a V, so grinded sort of a 45mm chamfer, 45 degree chamfer on each piece, clamped them together and ran a weld down the middle. After letting the fabrication cool naturally, got the grinder out with a sanding disc on, ensuring to keep the grinder flat, and proceeded to grind off the weld. In order for this plate to fit the trailer fabrication, we needed to cut some angles on this plate. I did this, went back to the industrial drop bandsaw and managed to rig this up on the required angle, nice and tight, and just let it cruise through there nice and slowly. And I also again did the same on the other side to make the part symmetrical. So here's the coupling plate after fabrication and after welding. Next, needed to drill some holes in the coupling plate. So I measured up the coupling that was bought from a local trailer supplier, got that all in position, and then marked through with a pencil where the required holes need to be in the coupling plate. So I struck a punch into the centre of the marked out holes just so the pilot drill would not wander. So I used a smaller pilot drill, say around 3mm. Now it's time to fab up the frame location plates. These plates are welded to one of the frames and then bolted to the other frame. Basically hold the 2 fabricated frames together. In this case here I was probably going a little bit over the top and drilling some big lightning holes in here. The main reason for this was really just to play around with the hole saw. Again, using this on the drill press, the way to go here is just take it nice and slow and let the hole saw do the cutting. Here's the frame locating plate with the holes drilled through it, and here's one ready to go that I've marked up. So here's the same plate, all finished. See, I've cut some angles down here, filed all the edges off so it's nice and clean and safe, and then basically given it a number of measures to make sure it's in the right place on the trailer, and clamped it in position ready to weld. Here's the finished plate after welding. It's worth noting that the front plates and the rear plates are different, hence the different shape. Now we move on to what I call the lifting arms. These have a sliding member inside them, which a hiab can hook their straps on to lift the entire tiny house. So there's 4 of these on the trailer, so it's pretty impeccable that these are going to be strong enough. So what we're doing is welding these L brackets, which I've prefabbed, onto the end of this 150 by 50 mild steel section. Here's the fabrication after welding. You can see we've run a bead of weld up the 2 sides and across the top of the L section. Should be nice and strong. These holes here locate through the frame with bolts. The reason for having this component is the trailer could not be 3 meters wide because we're restricted again by the galvanizing tank dimensions. So now we've clamped another piece of L section onto the other end, ready for welding. This hole here is for a bolt that will clamp up into the subfloor, or should I say welding a clamp onto the L section. This square section makes up the internal part that goes into the previously made lifting arm. So this slides up and down within the lifting arm. So now we've welded those pieces together, and we're just going to weld this end plate on. So this part from here up all sits internally, and this bit here they can pull out and hook a strap around this area here. It was time to bring these fabrications up to the trailer frame. So this required measuring where they needed to be located, ensuring that they were level with the trailer frame, and then clamping them in place securely so we could mark holes in the frame for where the bolts will go through. The process I used to ensure the holes were drilled in the right place is to make sure that firstly your two frames are in the correct position. Then from there use the same size drill bit as this hole here, just to get a start, and then from there you can drill your pilot hole through, and then increase your size drill bits as desired. So here you can see me drilling the hole through the trailer frame. This case just using a cordless drill. Also used a corded hand drill. For drilling into steel, you may find it easier to use a step drill like this one here. You'll find that regular drill bits don't tend to get going that well and tend to bind up when they break through, and can leave an undesirable result sometimes. So these step drills work by drilling a pilot hole through, same process, and then it'll push through each one of these steps. So you basically just need to stop at the step for your required size. They leave quite a nice finish with a nice chamfer on the end. Stay tuned for other videos as the trailer nears completion.